Hey, what it do, y'all? Welcome to Fandom Frequency, where we always dive into the entire multiverse of pop culture, man. We talk about it all around here. So, if you love talking about pop culture all the time, this is the place you gotta be. Click all those buttons below the video. Thank you for checking this out. And today we're checking out my most anticipated film of the year. Finally came and dropped over this past weekend. Didn't mean to make that sound dirty, but it finally dropped. The next film from one of my favorite filmmakers working today, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, starring the great Michael B. Jordan and a ton of other great talent, finally dropped over the weekend. This was my most anticipated film of the year of all movies, including Marvel, DC, all that. It was my number one most anticipated film of the year. Ryan Coogler just really speaks to me as a filmmaker, and getting to see him do something original while mixing in two of my favorite genres of all time, horror and action, into a love letter to black culture and the blues and what music can do for people and healing and all that stuff, man. It's so many things and genres and great ideas blended into one absolutely incredible film, man. This is um this is like damn near a masterpiece in my mind. And just really getting into it, man. Obviously, as you guys just heard me say, my hype level was definitely way high for this movie. And I just felt from the moment I heard the description of the film that we were in for something wholly original and different in today's current climate of films, right? And here's the thing, y'all know, especially you can tell from the literal backdrop, I love me some franchises when it comes to all different genres. I got a Star Wars, a Spider Man, and a Michael Myers, and there's a Jason Friday the 13th. All that stuff's in the background. You know what I mean? I love that stuff. I love the big IPs and all that good jazz. But today, we definitely don't get a balance of enough original things in the theater nearly as often as we used to get back in the early 2000s and 90s when I was a kid, and definitely before, right? And it feels like, and it's obvious that Hollywood definitely depends on IPs and known properties in order to guarantee a certain amount of people in the seats. So they're making a certain amount of money, right? This film totally defies all of that in the current climate. It makes something unapologetically black, unapologetically about the blues, and a love letter to not just what music means to each of us individually, but what music means to us culturally and to us globally around the world, even if you're outside of the black culture, because it does draw and put in different races and everything too, in the most beautiful way possible, where we're not beating you over the head with political messages or anything of that sort. This film is about family. This film is about regrets. This film is about sacrifice. And this film is about the blues, and is about what music can do for people and how transformative it really is. And that's the beauty of it. And we get to explore some crazy vampire action at this, and some great gunplay as well. You know what I'm saying? And get those thrills and that entertainment aspect that you come to the movies for. That's all definitely there. But the way that Ryan Coogler is able to pretty much seamlessly weave three or four different genres together and all these different vibes together, to where it also has like this sexy kind of vibe that you don't get from a lot of films these days. It also has like this dangerous side to it, and this mystique and mystery, and this just sense of dread and tension that's continuously building throughout the first half of the movie, primarily in those first two acts where they're getting to the juke joint and everything starts to go down with Jack O'Connell's character of Remick and everything like that, after he's already bit two other people earlier in the film when he's getting chased by some natives, right? By the Choctaw tribe, where it's almost sundown right there, right? And it's about to be nighttime any moment. They chase Jack O'Connell's character to that white couple's house, who are also a part of the clan, right? And then he ends up taking control of them and getting them into his side, and uses their musical talents along with his own in order to get to the music that he was drawn in by, which is played by one of the illest lead characters I've seen in a film in a long time. And we ain't talking about Michael B. Jordan, because he, to me, isn't really truly the lead of the film. The lead of the film is Sammy, aka Preacher Boy, played by Miles Canton, who is a extremely talented musician and apparently actor as well, that I had never seen or heard of before I saw this film. But let me tell you what, he is a generational talent. I'm calling it right now. I don't know exactly how many movies he wants to do, but if he wants to become a full-fledged actor, he's got what it takes to do it. And if he makes the right choices, he's gonna be like one of those next guys, man. I'm absolutely dead serious on this shit, man. Dead ass, as the kids like to say. This guy was an absolute powerhouse. And as I just mentioned, with him being a musician, when he's doing the musical performances of the blues with the guitar and doing his vocals and everything like that, when it comes to him, when he's riding around with Stack, the more kind of audacious and adventurous twin that Michael B. Jordan plays. And then when he's hanging out with Smoke later, and Smoke, the other twin, getting really impressed with Sammy's talent and really giving him his props later, and being happy that they hired him for their opening event at their juke joint, aka kind of their bar and vibe kind of thing that a lot of musicians like myself play in today and have for generations. So getting to see the way that they're able to weave the themes of the character and music being a character in and of itself in this film is really represented so beautifully by the character of Preacher Boy, man. And I tell you, Miles Canton just has this raw authenticity that just oozes and just seeps through the screen and instantly connects you and invests you in this character and what his journey is going to be when he's dealing with all these crazy white folks, all these crazy vampires, and all this crazy shit when he has to even battle against his own people, against his own family, against the people that he loves and cherishes the most. That to me is where the character really comes together and has a full arc, and where he really evolves and changes throughout the course of this film. And that to me is just true blues storytelling, and something that we just don't get a lot in characters today, whether it's IPs or original films. We don't get it this raw. We don't get it with this emotion. We don't get it with this much heart and this much craft and care into really seamlessly blending all these things into the film and blending all those things into your character and really being a beacon for what you're trying to say with this movie, without beating you over the head, while keeping it in subtext, while keeping it in the themes, while keeping it into the essence of what the characters and what the story means. I think is brilliantly done with this character. But of course, y'all came to the character for the guy that was on the poster. I'm sure a lot of us did. And I'm talking about Michael B. Jordan as Smoke and Stack, respectfully. The Smoke and Stack twins, you know what I'm saying? And the way that he is able to completely differentiate these two characters is a fucking masterclass in acting. I completely forgot that he wasn't two people. And I am fully aware he is one guy because I've been a fan of Michael B. Jordan for like 10 to 15 years. So it's like the way that he's able to make you just instantly forget that it's not a work of movie magic is brilliant in and of itself. But the way that he's able to play these characters, like there's so much lived in history and camaraderie between himself, essentially, and the chemistry that plays off there, you never question it's two people there at the same time doing things at all. I'm sure they had stand-ins. I'm sure they did a lot of really great stuff, and they have these really cool tricks that I'm not even privy to that were able to make it seem really seamless today in editing and in post-production. But the way that they're able to bring this together is so fucking impressive. And Michael B. Jordan being the more audacious and more out there Stack, and then being the more kind of more stoic, thoughtful, and more kind of leans more on common sense, and the more responsible and kind of protector of the two in Smoke is so brilliant. And it's not just the different colored hats. You can fully tell who is who based on their demeanor, based on their kind of even their voice, and just even the cadence of how they speak and the way that they carry themselves. It's so instantly like done, well done, man, and it's amazing. We also got to mention Haley Steinfeld as Mary in this, as the love interest to Stack, and ends up being one of the main antagonists of the film when she gets bit. And the introduction of the character and the way that they're able to make it so believable that she would really be cool with these guys, and that she's not like a lot of the people were in the Jim Crow era of the 1930s. And she was accepting of these guys, took them in, grew up with them, fell in love with one of them, and always had that love for them. Obviously, as she says in the movie, she is mixed with a little bit of black in her bloodline. But at the same time, her looking the way that she does, just like a straight up white girl, and being able to really rep for her people and put herself out there and isn't ashamed of it, I think it's just a beautiful thing to see in film today, man. Because it's just we really got to start bringing people together, and I think things like this in entertainment are a great thing to see, without beating you over the head with the message, of course. But that was just the element that spoke to me, and yeah, so it's really awesome the way that they're able to do this. But I don't want to I don't want to skip over really Haley Steinfeld's acting and really getting to see her growth as an actress over time from her days of being a young kid doing True Grit to being a full grown woman now, and the different elements and layers that she has to play between being seductive, being intimidating, being understanding and loving, and all those different emotions and kind of personality traits that she has to show with this character, and showing her before she becomes a vampire and after is super duper seamless as well. And her instant chemistry with everyone she's on screen with, while she's always had that quality as an actress and other things, I think here it really shows even stronger than ever, because we're seeing her act with these powerhouse actors like Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? And we got really proven great talents here, like Wanami Masato, who's also Agent B-19 on Loki and Deadpool and Wolverine, and she's been in Lovecraft County or Country, and so many different great shows and TV things and stuff like that. And I didn't even realize she was British until I looked her up, as she was the character of Annie, who was the love interest of Michael B. Jordan's character of Smoke, and the relationship that they had with the baby that they lost, and the emotion that you feel behind that, and the love that they have for each other is just leaps off the screen. And she just really commands the screen when she's on and has a great presence, and damn near steals some of the scenes that she's in with all these other powerhouse actors. So major props to Wunmi Masato. She was absolutely amazing as well. And like I just mentioned, Delroy Lindo, who's a certified legend, was in this as Delta Slim, another blues player, a blues musician. And he was also great in the movie, and having to see him sacrifice himself near the end there, cutting his own wrist and everything with the wooden stakes that they made to take out the vampires, I thought was just so brilliantly done. And yeah, like I said, Jack O'Connell as the villain of Remick, amazing performance as well. A little more understated than you would think for a vampire character, and really gave me those vibes of oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name right now. Kiefer Sutherland as David in The Lost Boys. He very much gave me that vibe for a different era and different kind of time, and for a different nationality that he's supposed to be playing, because in this I think he's supposed to be of Irish descent, where David was clearly not in The Lost Boys from '87. But I liked kind of the vibe that he had of just being intimidating, but being very underspoken and not having to yell and scream and show his fangs every 10 seconds. Really being able to get under your skin before you even realize truly what he is and the monster that he truly can become. So that was amazing. I definitely think Jack O'Connell has definitely been getting lost in the mix and plays an amazing villain, and I think it's going to be one of the most memorable villains of this era of film. That is for damn sure. And we had some great character actors in here as well, man. Don't forget about Omar Benson Miller, who was in here as Cornbread. Just a great supporting role. And he just really got to have some really great, memorable moments in here. And even though it's a spoiler review, I don't necessarily want to give away all the great moments for those that may have watched this and want to experience it and whatnot. So I just wanted to mention some of the plot elements in here. I didn't want to give away everything. I really want you guys to go out and see it, and I'm sure this video, this review, is going to reach some people that haven't fully committed to wanting to see this movie, but maybe we're interested in what my thoughts are, and different fans and different people out there in the YouTube space that have gone out and seen this movie. But I definitely recommend it, so much so. And but like I said, I don't want to give away all the different details, but really just wanted to get my opinions and thoughts out there about this film. This is definitely my favorite film of the year so far. We're almost about 5 months in, so we got a while. We got a ways to go. We're barely about to get to the summer season, but I really don't see any other movie topping this one for me this year. I recommend it to anyone and everyone. It's a great film, especially if you love horror, especially if you love music, even if you're not a big blues fan. Not that I'm the biggest blues guy, but I definitely grown up and appreciate it. Love a lot of R&B and soul, so definitely this music and what it's influenced is important to me, and I always respect it and do enjoy it and want to play more of it as a musician moving forward, by the way. But yeah, it's an amazing film. I really recommend all of you go out and see it as soon as you can, whenever you can, however you can, and tell your homies and your family and friends and coworkers and all that. This film needs to be a huge hit, so we get a lot more original ideas popping off in theater like this one. But that's it for this video, y'all. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Let me know what you thought about this one down below for all of you that have already seen it. And then if you went and saw it off my recommendation, come back and let me know what you thought about it. And yeah, so we're going to have some more videos dropping this week. And we got The Last of Us episode 3. Don't you think I forgot about episode 2, but I just caught up on it. So I'm going to get my review for episodes 2 and 3 up by Sunday or Monday. So look out for that. And then we got some other cool video content planned for you guys in the very, very, very near future. And yeah, but go check out all the stuff we got going on here on the channel. And until next time, make sure you stay safe out there. Much love. Stay tuned. Don't sleep. And peace out.